Well, even though I wasn't able to see it all live, I was able to see the ending live on my phone here. Yes, for the fourth time in the past, I guess, what has it been, 5 years, 6 years, whatever the case may be, but for the fourth time, the Golden State Warriors are now NBA champions. And I can tell you, folks, this is gratifying, for a lot of fans here in Northern California because of the fact that, last year, the finals happened. Warriors were involved. They got eliminated in the play-in game last year, as far as we know. And in the year before, of course, the pandemic that caused everything to kind of be like, well, if we're going to do any kind of NBA, and it's going to be very unusual, and it was. But now, two years after the pandemic basically changed things, and really just threw everybody off course. We in the Bay Area in Northern California can celebrate because the Golden State Warriors have once again become champions. And look, I'm not taking anything away from Boston, okay? I'm not taking anything away, from the Boston Celtics. They worked their butts off too. Don't get me wrong. They worked their butts off too. But you just knew, if you followed the Golden State Warriors, you knew that they were one of the teams considered as favorites. Now, some people might not agree with that, but the way they played this year, yeah, I think everybody pretty much knew they were going to be considered favorites to win the whole thing. Even though at the beginning of the year, nobody probably thought it would happen. Like, oh yeah, they'll make the playoffs and everything. They'll make the playoffs, but that's about it. They won't go. They won't go any further. Like, they'll make the first or second round, but they won't go any further. Well, lo and behold, here they are, getting ready to fly home from Boston with the fourth championship in the past, what has it been, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. It's just amazing. It's just amazing to know, that the Bay Area is getting a championship once again. I mean, we came close last year to potentially getting a shot at a world championship, but that didn't happen. We came close years before, and it didn't happen. But this year, it finally did. And I couldn't be more happier. I mean, I can tell you this right now. My job at Target was busy, and one of the primary reasons, especially towards the end, was because of the fact that people were buying up, stuff, not just for vacations, to go on for Father's Day and everything this weekend, but they were buying stuff up for tonight's game. You could see that. And I can tell you, my former job, Walmart, it was busy today too. One of my former fellow associates there rides the same bus I do at times, and he said basically when he boarded tonight that yeah, it was, and I can guarantee you it's going to be even busier, now, because people are going to want to celebrate. And like I said, people are going to want to celebrate this victory. But yeah, the fourth one in, like I said, the past 6 years or so. That's amazing. That is just amazing to know that now we have 4 championships in the past 6 years, if not the past decade. 4 championships, under the Golden State banner. And what's crazy about this is the first championship under the new facility. I mean, they debuted at the Chase Center in San Francisco last year, or the year prior, or something like that. Basically when they couldn't really have much people there. Now, now that everything's kind of getting back to normal, well, basically fully back to normal, just about, like some people will say, oh, there's still like 10%, 15%. That's not normal yet. Yeah, well, I'll put it this way: 75%, well, not 75, 85%, 90%, 85% to 90% is better than nothing. That's what I'll say. 85% to 90% is better than nothing. But yeah, basically, now that things are kind of back to normal, capacity, normal, status, at least I would say 85%, if you will. There's no doubt that they're going to have a celebration at the Chase Center. They're going to have a celebration. They're going to have a celebration. Parade in San Francisco. Maybe they might do one in Oakland, but mostly San Francisco. And again, like I was saying, this is the first one since they've moved into the Chase Center from the Oakland Coliseum, from Oracle Arena. The Oakland Coliseum Arena, the Oracle Arena, if you will. It's the first one. It's the first one they've had at the Chase Center. The Chase Center just debuted, like I said, not even that long ago, about 2 years ago or so, and a year or two ago. And as I mentioned, this is the first championship. So what a way to, really, what's the word I'm trying to say? What a way to really, I guess you could say initialize the Chase Center in its first few years of existence, then to basically give it, its own banner. Obviously they brought over the banners from Oracle Arena and everything. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt that they brought over the banners from Oracle Arena and hung them up at Chase Center. But now, what's special about this is they can hang up the very first championship, ever. They can hang up the first championship, the very first championship ever at, under the roof of the Chase Center. And that's what makes it special. They had the chance last year, that didn't work. This year they did. And basically what that old saying is, third time's the charm. Well, Chase Center hasn't been around that long, about 2-3 years. Warriors have been occupants there for 2-3 years. Well, third time's the charm, and look what's going to happen. In addition to the banners that they've hung up there, that they brought, like I said, from Oracle in Oakland, now they're going to be able to hang up the new championship banner, the first one under the Chase Center banner, under the Chase Center era, if you will. What I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to keep an eye out for things here as I'm walking home. But like I said, it's going to be the first under the Chase Center, or in what's known as the Chase Center era, if you will. It's going to be the first. It's going to be the first for them to do that. So, it's really cool to know and to see, if you will. It's really cool to know and see that it's going to be, the first championship banner under the, in the Chase Center era, and the first one since the mid 70s, when they were last in San Francisco before going to Oakland. That's saying a lot. That is saying, a lot, basically. And honestly, I can't wait for that moment when they put that banner up because that's history. Whether you like it or not, that's history happening with, the championship with that banner being put up. But I can tell you this, hold on for a sec while I walk by here. Sorry about that. But like I said, I can tell you one thing, I'm not going to miss that moment and everything. But I'm also not going to miss the parade because I got a feeling the parade is going to probably be either between Tuesday or Thursday is when the parade is going to take place. So I know my mom's going to be able to watch it because she'll be off. And if it happens on Wednesday or Thursday, next Thursday that is, I'm definitely going to be home to watch it too. So it's going to be great. It's just a feel-good moment, is what I'm saying. Just a feel-good moment for a lot of us because, Golden State was always favored, basically, to be the team to win it, just about every year or every other year, and like I said, unfortunately, the past 2 years didn't go in their favor. I mean, they made the playoffs a year ago, didn't win the play-in game. But here, they didn't have to do a play-in game. They just went all the way. And that's all that matters. Got to be careful because people are now leaving because the game's over. They know the Warriors won, and the fact that they saw the presentations of the trophy and all that. But yeah, it's just a great moment and everything. And like I said, people pin them almost every other year, if not every year, as one of the teams to do it. And like I said, the past 2 years weren't good. 2 years ago, they were plagued with a lot of injuries that, hurt them, if you will. Last year, they did decently enough to get to the playoffs to do a play-in game, but then didn't win that to get in officially. Well, they were officially in and everything, but it was more like, they would have played for like one of the lower seats in the Western Conference, and that didn't help. They didn't win that. But this year, everything, by the grace of God, came together. All the pieces came together, and here we are celebrating the fourth championship in almost a decade. And because I think they got the first one of this past decade, in 2014, 16. I gotta look that up. And they just, every now and then, just kept going and going and going. And it was just great to see. It was just tremendous to see. So yeah, I'm happy for it. I'm happy for the Warriors. Now basically, it's up to the Giants of Major League Baseball, San Francisco Giants, the Oakland A's, the San Jose Sharks next season, and the San Francisco 49ers starting in the next several months to get their act together to do the same thing the Warriors did, and that's bring championships back to the Bay, back to Northern California. But yeah, congrats to the Golden State Warriors. I can't be more happier than anything because, Bay Area, home area, home region, can't be more happier than what I am now. And I can't wait to see the parade, can't wait to see like I said, the banner, the first ever banner in the Chase Center era, in San Francisco, the first one in the San Francisco era of the Warriors, being put up since the 1970s. Cannot wait for that moment, cannot wait for the parade this upcoming week. It's just a tremendous moment, tremendous time. And like I said, the Giants and the A's right now, they have to get their act together if they want to finish this current season off with either one of them bringing home a championship. And the Niners, they got to basically kick off the new season in the NFL with the focus of getting us that championship we have not yet had since the 90s. And the Sharks, they got to do the same thing starting next year. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. What did you think of the Warriors winning? How did you feel about it? Super chats will be open during the live stream and super thanks afterwards. And until then, guys, go Warriors. Congrats, Golden State, for winning. And I am out. Oh, and there goes the kitty.